The victory of Bangladesh's student movement should not surprise anyone. It seemed the students toppled Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's government in 5 short weeks, but this revolution was 15 years in the making. 25-year-old Abu Sayed, the son of a farmer and one of 9 children, was a successful scholarship student at one of Bangladesh's finest universities. He dreamed of one day securing a government job that would guarantee economic stability and perhaps propel his family into upward mobility. But when the government reinstated a quota system that awarded the descendants of freedom fighters, the people who liberated Bangladesh from Pakistan in 1971, a shocking 30% of these highly coveted government jobs, his dreams were dashed. Sayed knew that there are 18 million unemployed young people in Bangladesh at the moment, and he did not want to be part of this damning statistic once he graduated. So he became a lead coordinator in a countrywide movement to reform the quota system, which came to be known as Students Against Discrimination. At one protest, he stood some 15 meters 50 feet away from the Bangladesh police and stretched his arms out in defiance. They shot him dead. The video of this blatant extrajudicial killing was shared like wildfire online, igniting a fire that brought hundreds and thousands of students across the country into the streets. Educators, lawyers, parents, and rickshaw pullers joined them in solidarity, in anger and mourning over the death of Sayed and more than 200 other protesters who died at the hands of government-aligned student activists and armed forces. The High Court revised the quota system, assigning just 7% of the jobs to the descendants of freedom fighters. But even this massive concession did not prove enough to end the unrest. The violence inflicted on it had drastically changed the student movement. The students now wanted to achieve much more than merely fixing the quota system. They wanted meaningful, systemic change. They wanted a new government, and they wanted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to resign. To the shock of much of the world, their demands were met earlier today. Recognizing that she would not be able to break the resolve of the student movement, a movement that represents the very future of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina resigned from her post and hastily left the country in a military aircraft. A student movement, led by idealistic youths like Abu Sayed, managed to get an autocrat who ruled the country with an iron fist for 15 years to escape without looking back after 5 short weeks. The success of this movement is the strongest proof that Bangladeshi people are no longer content with economic progress at the cost of human rights, free speech, and democracy.